business is going good. It could be going better. But that's how any entrepreneur think. It could be going better. If you ever think like, I'm good, I don't need no more.
Right.
It's going the wrong way.
Yeah.
It's going the wrong way. So, growth and expansion is what the mindset of an entrepreneur is. It's not the same. And that's the biggest challenge with people with jobs and people with businesses is the fact that the business is thinking lean, shrinking down. And you, even as an employee, could be thinking, how can I do more and get more? And they thinking, how can we lean out? You know what I'm saying? So it's an adverse relationship from the rip, And anytime that they can replace you with something that can do the same functionality cheaper or more efficient, they will. And that's what a business, as long as you understand that, people shouldn't really get mad when they get let go of a job unless, it's some other kind of circumstances. But that's how it works.
You were talking something about, while I was listening to the podcast earlier about how some people have more peace or within a job when you have a plan. With a job, there's nothing wrong with having a job, but having a exit plan, having some form of a strategy helps to not seem like, okay, I'm slaving and working for them, but I'm just doing what I can do to invest or to, whatever it may be.
Yeah, you got to have, because this thing, it's not your job. Right? That's what people don't say. My job, man, I got a good job. My job, no, it's not your job. It's 100% their job.
You're right.
And they are allowing you to do it for a certain period of time.
Yeah.
Until they can find something more efficient or cheaper.
Yeah.
Then they're not going to hire. That's just what business is.
Tapping. Tap into your purpose. Tapping. Check it. They act as if we see, no hear, no speak, no evil. They act as if we see, no hear, no speak, no evil. We tapping into purpose. Our purpose. Our purpose. We tapping into purpose. Our purpose. Our purpose.
Yo, what's good? It's your boy Zay.
And it's your boy Rashad.
And this is the Wrong Purpose Podcast.
That's right, the People's Podcast, where it's all about tapping into your purpose, about being a raw, authentic you while thriving in your individual purpose.
That's 100%. If I sound a little raspy, it's been dealing with the cold, but we are at the end of it. And I got my big bro here to come really help us get our mindset right about business and entrepreneurship. I've known this gentleman for probably 11 plus years. I've seen him grow. I've seen him do so many amazing things. And the fact that I called him, he picked up the phone and was like, yeah, bro, I got you. And we even had to reschedule because I wasn't feeling well last week. And he was like, cool, we'll do it the next week. So I definitely appreciate him coming with us. So you guys, I'm going to introduce him in a second, but you know what you can do. Like, share, subscribe. Everything's down there at the bottom. You'll see the little banner come up. But without further ado, please do us a favor and welcome my big bro, Chuck Hollywood Hardon, to the podcast.
In the building.
Awesome. I love it. Love the setup. Love what you guys doing. Love the energy. Love the atmosphere. I mean, it's real. This is a vibe.
Appreciate you coming, man. Appreciate you coming. So just spend a few moments. Tell them about yourself, like who you are. I know who you are, right? But we want them to know just a little bit about yourself.
Okay, so my name is Chuck Hardon. I'm what you call a real person. Yeah, I am born and raised here in Atlanta. Been here all of my life. Did the traditional things everybody else did. Was told I had a great childhood. But I was told go to school, get good grades, go to college, and go out and get that good job. Working really, really hard, and you grow up wealthy and successful. And that's what I did. But still find myself at the point of frustration. I'm sure a lot of you guys probably watching this went through the same thing where you just end up at that point where you live in kind of check to check. And even sometimes living check behind the check. It's just the reality. So just didn't really understand how to get ahead of that and was just open for some doing things a little bit differently. Got introduced to some entrepreneurial things that we can do to kind of make money on top of your job, which I really gravitated towards. And got involved in network marketing, got involved in public speaking, just looking for other ways of being able to generate income with the skill set that I had. So been doing that for now at least 15 years. And been blessed to help a lot of people. Been blessed to meet a lot of good people. That's how I met young Lex, in that conversation. And back then he was young Lex, not young anymore.
Right. Definitely not young
Things
no
have
more.
changed.
Things have changed. He's growing facial hair.
He's growing facial hair.
Like
He's
his name is A at the moment, right?
he's a full big
Right.
grown man now.
Yep. Yep.
So yeah. So kind of simple, but really just have a passion for helping people.
Yeah.
And helping them in the ways that they need help. Everybody need the same way, but I know mine is just helping you financially. I believe in physical fitness and being healthy. That wasn't my gift. I live it and work it, but I can't teach it. Some people have a gift for that.
I like that.
Yep. Shout
This
out
guy
to
knows.
Right? Some people have a gift for that. Mine is kind of helping on the financial side. And I believe you need mentors in every section.
Yep.
100%.
In every spectrum.
100.
It doesn't have to be one person that does everything.
Yep.
So I definitely believe in finding those mentors in different places in life where I'm like, okay, I really admire how you do this.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm learning from you.
Yeah.
And I really admire how you do this. And that's what I'm learning from you.
Yeah.
So that way, I'm trying to be the best person I can be, to shine, not for me. You know what I mean? I don't like when people see me, I always like to say, I want them to see the God within me.
Right.
Yeah.
Because I know where my power, my strength comes from. And I'm not a pastor, so y'all not gonna get any scriptures or nothing. but I am a true believer.
Yeah.
I am a true believer, and so
That's what's up. And it's crazy. Like, so we're talking about mindset because being an entrepreneur and a business owner takes a certain mindset to really achieve a level of success. And everybody has their own version or idea of what success is. For my bro, like every time I call him, it's just all. I mean, I know what he's gonna say every time I ask him. Right, so I'll be like, "What's up, bro?" I'll be like, "I'm just chilling, man." He's like, "How are you doing? How's your day going?" And what do you say to me every single time?
every day in every way, I'm getting better and better.
Every time. Every time. And it's like when you have that mindset, like when I even hear that, it's just like I get excited to even further the conversation. And it's like, and he's a busy man. So for the fact that, first of all, he stopped, he answered the phone, and then that's his, I don't care when you see him, when you call him, right? No matter what, that's his response every day. And it's like, well, that's why he is the man that he is. That's why he's achieved the success that he's achieved. That's why he's been able to do the things in this world is because of that mindset. So, like, kind of dive into, like, what helped create that mindset.
I guess that's a great question.
The formula.
It really is just a lot of studying, just a lot of self-development. Like that's really the key, self-development and just understanding that once you graduate from high school, once you graduate from college, you never stop learning.
Exactly.
You should never stop growing, especially as an individual, and I have the mentality like this. If you want to be a lawyer, you go to school and you study law, right? If you want to be a doctor, you go to school and study medicine. But if you want to be successful, what should you study?
Success.
You got to study success, right? If you want to be wealthy, what should you study? You got to study wealth. And even though I went to a great school, I love Clark Atlanta University. That's the college I went to. They did not have a course of Wealth 101. They did not have Financial Freedom 504,
Yeah.
Success Mastery Tour, none of that.
Yeah.
Right.
But that doesn't mean information isn't there.
Yeah.
So just to be open and looking outside the traditional education system and identifying people that I just looked up to, and I stepped into network marketing right in college, and that was kind of the key for me, just to see so many other people having success willing to share with you genuinely without having any necessarily knowing who you are. Just the fact that you're in the room, they were saying, because you're in this room, you're different than a lot of other people. So we're willing to sow seed into you if you're willing to receive it. And it just happened to catch me at a point in life I was willing to receive it. And once I started getting it, I was like, oh, I love this.
Yeah.
I love the atmosphere. I love the energy. I love this more collaboration and competition. People not ripping each other down. They lifting each other up. I'm like, man, this is what I've been looking for.
Right.
Yeah.
So that started the journey of success. And then, of course, you see the results after. You know, you don't study today and you see the success tomorrow, right?
Take time for them seeds to germinate.
It
and
takes
grow,
time for those things to grow, so you got to stay consistent into it.
Yeah.
And that's kind of where it developed for me. It's more of a just, okay, I know I can be better. I know I'm not perfect and still not. So that's why I still study to get better right now. Still open and learn from anybody.
Yeah.
You know, if you're living the life I want to live, that's also too.
Yeah.
You know, I can't just, because you said and you're on the internet, like, dude, I have no clue who you are, what you about.
Right.
None of that, know. So
Right.
you just kind of got to watch watch and learn.
Yeah.
So would you say, not to interrupt you, would you say in addition to the learning, and the studying that you do for success and things like that, with that, would you say like what he always knows you to say? Would you say the words that you speak over yourself also have like a real direct impact on programming yourself for
yes,
success?
indeed.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, indeed.
Yeah.
I am now a strong believer in affirmations and speaking positivity. You have to tell yourself who you are. You can't allow the world to dictate who you are, regardless of your current situation. So I tell people where you are right now was based on decisions you made 5 years ago. Decisions you made 5 weeks ago is what's now. Right? To do something different in the future, you have to do something different now. Not stay stuck in, well, this is where I am, this is how I'm supposed to be. No, you can make an adjustment and shift anytime. And affirmations is one of the huge things to it.
Yeah.
Because you talk to yourself every day anyway.
We all have that conversation.
Right.
Yeah.
Normally you saying dumb stuff to yourself. Normally you saying some stuff that you be like, even now, and I still catch myself like, why am I thinking that dumb stuff?
Yeah.
I have to catch myself
Right.
because you cannot necessarily control what you think, but you can control what you focus on.
Yeah.
So thought can pop into your head that's the most negative thing in the world, right? You can't necessarily stop that from happening, but you can stop it from growing.
Yeah.
So as soon as you see it, a notice like, why am I thinking that dumb stuff?
Yeah.
Right.
Right? I'm finna call to make a deal, and why would I think he about to tell me no?
Yeah.
Why would I be thinking something like that? This me. Come on.
Yeah.
This me.
Right.
Man, come on now, Chuck. Let's get it there. Let's go. We finna go, you know what I mean? You got to put yourself in that space. So the affirmations, because now it hits more of your senses because you're saying it as well as you're hearing it. And if you write them down and you read it too, now you
That
got
part.
the hear, the sight,
Yeah.
the sound. Like life and death is in power of the tongue. So you got to watch what you say to you. It doesn't matter what anybody else say.
Yeah.
Right? Somebody could say the most negative thing to you.
Yeah.
It could float off your back.
Yeah.
But they can also say the most positive thing to you.
Yeah.
And it can float off your back. It doesn't matter what they say.
Right.
What are you saying?
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
What are you saying?
Yeah. And it's crazy, bro. Like when he talks about affirmations, I don't know if do you still have them in the windshield of the car?
I do have them in my car.
Every car that he's had for the past 10, 12 years, he's printed them out and he looks at them every single day. I don't
Got
care.
to.
Like we used to go to trainings like once or 2 times a month, or anytime we would go to stuff, it would always be there.
Right
And
now,
it's the same one.
It says, I am great right now. I am great. I even have affirmation cards in my glove compartment. I mean, my armor, just because no matter how good you get, everyone can get into a negative space.
Anyone. It don't matter.
It don't matter.
Yeah.
How the people you look up to the most, the people that have the most money, you think living the greatest life, can get into a negative space. And if you don't know how to get yourself out of it,
That part.
then you can find yourself twirling down a way that you don't want to go.
Yeah.
Right?
Exactly.
And as entrepreneurs, you definitely cannot continue to twirl into a negative space.
Nope.
You cannot, because what you focus on, you attract more of.
Exactly.
So you got to be able to pull yourself out quickly. As soon as you feel it or see it or even think it, like, why am I thinking that? That's just stupid.
Yeah.
That's dumb.
Literally.
So I love the affirmations. That's the part, because you can create who you are. Even when I do trainings now, part of them is like, let's write some affirmations right now. Let's just write them down, because once you got them, you can pull them up anytime.
Yeah.
You know, like anytime, I'm so happy and grateful that money now comes to me in continuous amounts from
Yes.
multiple streams on a continuous basis.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorites.
That's one of mine too. That's one of my favorite ones. Right
That's
there.
one of my
Yeah, you
favorite
brought me
ones
back.
right there. Right? This is one people got to get. I consistently control my thoughts and emotions. And because of that control, I make excellent decisions. Because some people make so many decisions where they are emotional that's going to impact you further down the road. Like, you just emotional right now. You need to stop and think about this before you make that phone call, before you send that text, before you walk into that
100%.
office.
100%.
Before you go home and say that to your wife, you
Okay.
need to, hold on.
Yeah.
You emotional right now.
Like, that makes me think of, I was listening to Deion Sanders today talking on Shannon Sharp's podcast, and he was talking about how did he feel when everybody criticized him for leaving, and he said, I mean, I just understand they're hurt, and that's what loved ones do. When they hurt, they just say whatever. They don't stop. They don't think. But I understand. He's like, hey, they can't tell me what God's told me to do.
100%.
And if you want to study someone that has done affirmations, like primetime Deion Sanders has said those, you know, and what does he become?
Man.
Right.
And it's like that continual speaking over yourself, right? Telling yourself that you are great, telling yourself that you are amazing, that you are powerful. And it's like, you know, we were talking about earlier, like you got the mindset because you also had your dad. God rest his soul. We thank God for him.
Yes, indeed.
And everything he instilled in you. Like, how did that help you even getting into entrepreneurship and keeping that, you know, shifting that mindset?
Well, because he was an entrepreneur, like I saw the hustle. I saw what it took. You know what I mean? And a lot of people don't get a chance to see not just the shine. I saw the grind. You know, I saw the grind. And to be, you know, my dad, Richard Hardon, he was a black man that owned a oil company in Atlanta, Georgia. Now, just saying it sounds like, huh?
Yeah.
How does that work? Right? Like, I would even ask him, I was like, Dad, what made you think that you could start an oil company?
Right, like where did this come from?
Where did this come? I still don't get it. You know, he was born in Quincy, Florida, a little small town outside of Tallahassee, right? Yeah. And everybody in Quincy, shout out to Quincy, because everybody in Quincy my cousin some kind of way. Shout out. But it's like, how did you see yourself from here coming to Atlanta? Even back then, it was still the big city of the South. You know, he went to Morris Brown College, you know, and then just the way you progress through. Like how did you see that? You know, so when people, you know, say just take one person to change the family, and like, I'm like, no, I'm not the one. I humbly say, my pop was the one.
Yeah.
And he offsprung me and my brother who consistently saw grind and do grind. But what I did see is that he worked hard. He wasn't the smartest. He wasn't the biggest fat. He worked very, very hard. So work ethic was something that he truly believed in. He didn't believe in sleeping in on Saturday or watching cartoons. You in that yard doing something, right? That's why I don't like doing yard work right now. He mentally scarred me. But I'm like, As soon as I could get a job, as soon as I turned, I think 15, I was able to legally work. He didn't care. I was like, I got to go to work, Dad. He said, oh, okay, well, go on rest then.
I'm working now.
I got to be at work at 10 o'clock. Okay, well, you go on rest then. As long as you're doing something.
Right,
something. And it seemed like it was mean back then, but it's all that kind of stuff built it up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It built up like, okay, I don't mind working.
Yeah. That good base of character that some people struggle with.
So just having that, and then being able to see just all the stuff that he did, all the ways he was able to help people, you know, and not necessarily giving them money, but he would give them a chance. Like people want to come up, he'd give them a job, you know, like that was big.
Yeah.
You know, and for people I'd never even met to come up and say to me, man, let me say what your dad did for me. Wow. I'm like, wow, really? That's nice. You know, like part of my family I never even knew, you know, come up, you little Richard, huh? Well, no, but I say it. I know why you say that.
Yeah.
We do favor.
Yeah.
So we do favor.
So.
My brother, he's the junior. I'm Chuck, but it's okay. I'll go with little Richard. You know.
Yeah. So you were talking earlier about like the whole, because we've said this many times, is like, don't quit your 9 to 5 too early. right? That it's important that you use your 9 to 5. And this is what I've really gotten it from you, Sean, Rick, like everybody that has done any kind of training is you use your 9 to 5 money as your seed money to go further in your entrepreneur career. So so they can hear it from someone that is like, he is successful in the 9 to 5. He's like the top salesperson in his company. I'm shocked he's not running the company yet. And he's one of the top producers in a network marketing company. And I'll say this, like, when people try to trash network marketing for me, I always say, like, okay, what do you know about it? And it's like, okay, you had a bad, it's just like people that don't want to go to church ever again. It's like you had a bad encounter with a person, but network marketing teaches you so many things. But help that entrepreneur that's like maybe wanting to jump into entrepreneurship full time, and they're not appreciating their 9 to 5.
As I always tell people, you shouldn't necessarily wish or hope to leave your job, right? Like when people are like, man, I just can't wait to get rid of this job. I'm like, oh,
Right.
Do
you?
there are other options for you,
Right.
And I don't think you want those options, right? Because you shouldn't quit your job to start a business. You should use your job to fund your business, right? Because every business has to be initiated with some type of capital. Right? Yeah. So, in the process that we teach in our organization now, we call it cash, asset, cash. Meaning you use a little cash, you invest it into an asset that's going to make you more cash. Right? So even if you don't like your job, an exit strategy is to invest into an asset that can eventually replace that. But you still shouldn't quit your job until you almost like double your income. Right? When some people get to matching their income, they like to walk away. They like to be like, you know
that's
what?
a little shift.
Right. But now you just traded a hustle for your job for a hustle.
That's different.
And your conversation becomes a little more needy. You don't even know or feel it. But because you need to make the sale today, now it's like they feel the pressure of you, like your posture is not the same. Right?
Yeah.
So in both of mine, my posture stays right because I do well in both. So I have the attitude, either we're going to do it or we're not.
Right.
Yeah.
Coming from that place of abundance versus any form of like
need,
you said,
or I need it. Like, either we're going to do it or we're not. What are we doing?
Yeah.
Which keeps my posture in place throughout the conversation because I don't need you.
Yeah.
I'm willing to help you. And I speak from that point, like, I'm willing to help you. I don't need you. So we keep that posture in place, and hopefully most people do. Network marketing is a way of being able to replace your income, but you want to more double it than replace it, and to have a strategy of coming out. It's not just now I make $50,000 at my job, so now I make $55,000 in network marketing. I'm gonna quit my job. Well, have you paid off all your debt? Instead of making 55 and 55, why don't you just make 100?
Right.
And now pay off your debt. Right. Now put away an emergency fund. Now put away 6 months of expenses just in case something happens to your business. Like, put yourself in a position to win and to continue to win. Because anything can happen. An industry can change, a market can change, a recession can hit, a pandemic can hit, and level whatever else you're doing. So you got to be able to pivot and have something to lean back on when you need to. Right? So that's when you're saying don't quit your job. No, don't do that.
Right.
If you're not debt free, why are you quitting?
What's funny
Point.
is we talk about it because we made that mistake a few times. It's like, when you're trying to, like, it's almost like you're begging people, like, hey, don't you, like, as a trainer, don't you want this training? You just want to be fat the rest of your life. Then that's what, you know what I'm saying?
You're not real. You're not ready yet.
Right.
You're not committed to your own self.
Right.
You ain't about that life.
Right. I can look at you and tell your blood pressure too high.
Right. So, how has like the tools that you learned from even network marketing helped you in your job, right? And I know you're a killer in the sales game.
And it's really what we're talking about today. It's more the mindset.
Okay.
Because that's what network marketing attacks or hits first. And when people say they don't do well in network marketing, it's like, I just did it before, it didn't work out. I said, well, what'd you learn? And so I ain't learned nothing. Aha. You ain't learned nothing. You've never done it before. You never created a company before. You never built an organization before. Why do you think you can go over there and learn nothing and have success?
Yeah.
So what did you learn?
Wow, that's good.
You know, what did you take away from it? And everything, because network marketing really deals with people. The product is important, but it's not the main thing. We deal with people and the psychology of people and how to understand people, how to listen, right? All of that transition into life. Like all of that transition, how to stay positive, you know, how to take rejection. It's part of life.
Yeah.
You know, all of that transitions over to whatever else you're doing.
Yeah.
So whether it's I want to create I want to start a lawn care business. Okay, nice. Well, guess what? You're gonna need some capital because you need a lawnmower. Okay, you need a way to get the lawnmower to the place. So you need a dolly or a bigger truck that you can load your equipment onto. You're gonna not need a lawnmower. You're gonna need a weed whacker. You're gonna need some hedges. You're gonna need all the stuff to make the yard look nice. But it's gonna be your job or your business. So you need capital to invest in that. Can't quit your job till you buy equipment. Now you need gas to get to, right? And with this kind of gas prices right now,
I know.
you know, you're going to need, right? So it's all of that, whatever it is. And you're going to need the mindset of saying, I have to ask for your business, right? You can't just jump out there and say, I want to bake cakes, and now I'm going to start me a cake business. Because I had a friend who was trying to start a restaurant. And I asked her, like, why do you want to start a restaurant? And she said, well, I really just love to cook. I love it. I love it. I love to cook. It's my passion. And she's good at it. I said, you are good at it. I was like, but why do you want to start a restaurant?
Right.
And she's like, I love to cook. I was like, well, when you start a restaurant, the last thing you're going to do is cook.
Right.
You starting a business. You're going to be doing marketing. You're going to be doing advertising, inventory. You got to have employees. The last thing you're going to do is cook. Now, if you just have a passion for cooking, be a chef. You can be a chef. Just go around.
And they're very successful.
You know, and cook for people and go to different restaurants that might, you know. But you got to build those relationships up. You got to show and prove. You got to be able to show that you can bring in clientele, because a restaurant not going to let you come cook and feature you if you're not making them money. And it's not based on your food. It's based on your following.
That's right.
So, again, it's not an entrepreneur. You sell. That's what you do. Entrepreneurs sell. If you want to be an entrepreneur, the one thing you can't do is say, I don't like to sell, because you will not make money.
That's just what it is.
That is what it is. Like, even the top corporations, right? For example, they say, well, CEO of a company, he's not selling. I'm like, yes, he is. He's selling to people to buy stock and people to invest. Not only did he have to sell to them to be able to invest into his company, he has to sell the employees on the vision of what the company's going to do, or why the company's going to be around, why they should want to work for the company. He's always selling.
And the truth is, we all been selling. We just ain't never recognized it, tapped into what it is. And when we recognize that, I've been selling. I got here some way, somehow. If you're married, you had to sell yourself to your spouse.
You better know it. Right. I mean, even from as a little kid, a baby is crying because they trying to sell you that they want something. I either want to be changed, I want something to eat. And I'm going to sit here and keep crying about it until you fix my problem.
That's real.
Right?
I don't think I've thought about it in such a basic level.
I know, right? Especially that, right?
You come out the womb.
You know, come out the womb selling.
My dad's some PTSD.
Either you embrace it or you fight against it. But when people say, I just don't like selling, I was like, so you're trying to sell me on the reason you don't like selling?
Literally, right then and there, right?
Because that's what you're doing. You give me all the reasons why you don't like doing it. So you're selling me on that. I'm just not buying it. You just, you know. So
that's so real. Like, honestly, like, this studio wouldn't have happened without me being introduced to network marketing and understanding, like, you know, and I'll say I was one of the ones that ran from the rejection in network marketing. And the one thing that I've encountered in this business is go get rejected.
It's the acceptance of it, right?
So it's like I'm at that age, like, all right, okay, cool. We got to run through the numbers. Got to run through.
Because somebody wants to do what you're looking for. right?
Somebody,
We
yeah.
just got to find the right people
Yeah.
and stop trying to convince people
Yep.
that don't.
Yep.
Exactly.
So when you have, going back to the job and the business, when you have a job, you're not necessarily trying to convince people to do something they don't want to do, right? It could be much easier cutthroat. Do you like it or not? Well, it's okay. Well, that sounds like not.
Right.
So let's
Yeah.
not do this.
Yeah.
If you're not genuinely excited about what I just showed you,
Yeah.
it's probably not a good idea that we work together,
Yeah.
right? Because for myself, I'm a 120 type person. You know, I'm gonna give 120. If we commit, we locked. I'm gonna give 120. So if I'm giving 120 and you giving 80, we not evenly yoked. And I'm not coming down to 80. And I'm not gonna pull you up to 120. You gotta already be there.
Yeah.
That way we can move together.
Yeah.
Right? So it's one of those things. I'm very good with telling people at this point, probably not a good fit for you.
Yeah.
What we're doing is probably not the best fit at this particular time.
No, for real.
You know,
Yeah.
that way you don't get frustrated. I'm not gonna get frustrated.
Right.
You know, and you don't have a bad taste in your mouth saying it didn't work for you.
Yeah.
Let's just not do it.
Yeah.
I agree with that 100%. Because for me, even in my profession, what I've been like working on and doing more and more and more officially lately is it's kind of like what you're talking about. It's almost like a filtering process, if you will, vetting people. Because if you're going to be working with somebody for any extended amount of time, you want to make sure that both, like you said, are on and we going this way. You know, so you know that process, like it's always just like what you said. All right, we're going to find out today if we're a good fit. You know what I'm saying? And it's okay, not accepting the part that it's okay to let people know that you're not a good fit. Boom. And what that does, it gets those people that are not a good fit room for the people that are the good fit to come straight in.
Right.
Like you said, so you got to keep going for no. It's okay. No. Okay, great. Yes, it's definitely coming.
Right. Yeah, no, let me say no for you. Let me just go ahead and say no now. Let me
Yeah.
think about it.
Yeah.
No, don't think about it. It's okay. It's
Yeah.
not a good.
Right.
It's not a
Literally,
good
it's
fit.
okay. Yeah.
Because if you give me 100%, I'll give you 120%.
Yeah.
But if you give me 80%, I can't give you nothing because I don't know how to do 80%.
Yeah.
Right? So it's like
Yep.
I'm not gonna work harder for your goals and your dreams than you are.
That part.
So let's not do that. Let's not do this. Let's
Yeah.
just stay cool. We can be friends, and who knows? 2 weeks from now, it might be different.
Yeah.
It might be.
I would rather be that than us trying to force it right now.
Exactly.
You know,
Yeah.
so just being able to have that mentality of it got to be the right timing, and I'm good with that. Even in my other business, like, okay, I know we got a good product that can fit what you need, but it might not be a good time to implement it.
Yeah.
Let's not force this, right?
Yeah.
I'm here, so let's do this. Let me touch base with you in two or 3 months,
Yeah.
and let's see if it's a better time for us. Because no need us to start if we can't go all in and do it.
Yeah.
You know, so to be able to be patient with that and just be like, cool. But if you eating and that's how you eat, you say, I gotta close this right now. And if
Yeah.
I don't close it right now, then I'm gonna miss rent or I'm gonna
Yeah.
miss a car note. I'm gonna because you put all your eggs in that one basket that
Yeah.
wasn't quite ready yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, you got to be able to feel that out
Yeah.
a little bit better.
Yeah.
So I know that you're in the real estate game a little bit too.
Mm-hmm.
How many? I know you. I've been to one of the rental properties. Like, how many do you have?
Well, right now we just have 2 left, right? Because I just sold another one this year, and really want to look more into. I want to buy a strip mall. I want to get into more commercial, like something bigger with more doors, right?
Yeah.
Because the maintenance of it was like, okay, now I don't even feel like doing this any longer. Like to go through the fact of, and I'm not a good landlord. Like it's not my gift. My heart is too big. Like
you.
Yeah.
you know, my heart is
Yeah.
too big. I don't want to put anybody out. I don't want to, especially if you got kids. I'm
Yeah.
like, next thing I know, I'm getting burned
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah.
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 You know, so it's like I'm not a good landlord. But if I have a commercial property where I have one place with 4 doors or 8 doors or 10 doors, you know, buying a strip mall seems like that's going to be a better fit.
Yeah.
So right now we're just waiting for the right time because
Yeah.
again, time is everything.
100%.
And I
believe it.
think if you wait around a good year and a half from now,
Yeah.
as everything is inflated and it pop, we may get some good ones.
Yeah.
You know, just patience. Like, no, don't force it. You know what I mean? Like, we'll wait for it. And then we got cash because we sold some properties. We got cash we can sit on to be able to do that.
Got you.
Now I remember you were telling me years ago that you and I think it was you and Lamar, you guys had an opportunity
Mm-hmm.
to get a part of AMC, like that land.
Oh, yes, over at the movie theater where
Yeah. You want to share because this is a mindset thing, right?
it's a mindset thing, right?
Because you're
So-
wanting to get back into commercial. That's
Right. It was funny because I just started. This had to be, I'm gonna say 17 years ago, maybe 18. Let's say 16 years ago, right?
Okay.
Because I just started at the company I was working at, and I earned a President's Club, right? Now, President's Club, that's where the top performers come, and you get to powwow with the CEOs, the VPs, and everything. And I was new to the company. It's my first year. So they were like, man, you made President's Club. Yeah, it's me and my wife, hey, cheese, everybody, And I was talking with a guy, and he was like, so where do you stay? I say, we stay right off Camp Creek. He was like, oh, I got an investment down there. I said, really? He said, yeah, we're investing in some land. They're going to build a movie theater. I was like, they ain't building a movie theater in Camp Creek. I would know if they building a movie theater in Camp Creek. They not building a movie theater. He's like, yes, it's right off Pristine Lake. And I was like, I hadn't seen it. He was like, well, the building's not up yet. We just, closed on the land, but they're going to clear it out. It should be cleared now. I think he was just going through. I was like, now how does he know about this investment that's literally 5 minutes from my house? And I don't.
Yeah.
Right? Again, the circle of people that you're around.
Yeah.
And then he said, so, if you want to get in on it, I think they're still taking investors. And I was like, looked at my wife like, sounds like that's a pretty good deal.
Yeah.
That sounds okay. Yeah, let's put us down. He's like, okay, yeah. So yeah, I'll check with him and I'll just let you know. And he followed up. He's like, yeah. He said, yep, they are still taking investors. Like 1% is on like 30,000, so you can just put in. And he said it so
Right.
nonchalant.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's on like 30,000. He was like, oh, okay. Looked at my wife like, at that time,
Yeah.
we ain't had 30,000.
Yeah.
But I was like, but we know enough people that we should be able to pull this together.
Yeah.
And couldn't even find in the immediate circle right then, enough people to be able to, pull that together quickly. You know what I mean? 'Cause it's like they need it quickly though. So just let me know, by, Thursday, Friday. It might have been Tuesday. Like, oh, okay, cool. I'll let you know. And I'm like, how could we not? I mean, it's not like that's a huge amount of money.
Yeah.
But it is amount of money. We should be able to, in our circle, pull that together.
Yeah.
It was almost heartbreaking. And then I drove by and I was like, that's the movie that he's talking about. I was like, babe, look, see that land right there? That has to be what he's talking about.
Yeah.
And now it's AME 16 or 24, whatever it is, and been there for years, clocking money.
Yeah.
And every time I drive by, I be like, I missed that one. But I'm glad I was at least invited to the table. So now I'm more open-minded when people are like, so we're going to do, because you can't see it then.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, imagine, think, I'm putting 30,000 down right now, and I probably won't see nothing for it till about, 4 years from now.
Yep.
But now they consistently every single month getting rent from that movie theater. They still own the land.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, wow, that was
Man.
a good deal. Golly, I missed that.
Yeah.
That thing ain't going nowhere.
Right. But it happens. But that's like, it just showed me that, you got to be open-minded and be prepared.
Yeah.
Because success is opportunity meeting preparation.
That part, yeah.
I mean, you got to be prepared to be able to make a move like that.
Yeah.
So now we stay prepared to be like, what you got?
Yeah.
What you got? What you got? Okay,
Yeah.
just want to check.
All right.
Right, so that's a great learning experience, right? Like you said, never another missed opportunity, right?
Not gonna
Yeah.
miss the opportunity, and to be around people that think like that.
Yeah.
You know, when it comes to your mindset, your environment is so key, especially when you're trying to be better.
Yeah.
Right? When you're trying to do better and be better. For example, it's hard to lose weight if you're still going to lunch with the same people you've been going to lunch with for the last 3 years. Unless all y'all trying to lose weight. Unless all y'all are committed to losing weight.
Right.
And what we have a challenge with is that we're too hard. We try to pull everybody along with us.
Yeah.
Right? When they're not committed and you still say, well, we said we're going to do it together, but their level of commitment might not be yours.
Right.
Yeah.
So they feel like, well, I know we said we're going to do it, but I'm just hungry right now. I'm just going to eat this roll.
Yeah.
Well, that's not what we said. Let's go get a banana. Or let's go, right?
Yeah.
So it's hard to do that. It's hard to be financially get out of debt if you're still going to the mall every week with the same people you go to the mall with or hang out with.
Yeah. Yeah.
So your environment is key when it comes to creating that mindset. You have to be around like-minded people doing those things, and you have to understand those people might not be your friends.
Yeah.
And God doesn't call everybody at the same time. There's nothing wrong with what they doing. There's nothing wrong with you doing.
Right.
Yeah.
But God called you to do this right now.
Exactly.
But you too busy wanting to be around your friends or people that you're comfortable with.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So a big part of mine was getting around other people that were doing things I wanted to do differently.
Yeah.
Not negating my friends, not saying anything wrong with them, but being able to say, okay, look, this is where I'm going. Y'all not on the same page. I'm not mad at y'all, but I can't allow you guys to hold me back. I didn't say this to him. And my mentor said it like this. He said, Chuck, if you can't bring your friends up with you, for God's sake, don't let them hold you down. You know, don't let them hold you down. Keep moving, keep going, and you could inspire them
Yeah.
Yeah.
once they see you do it.
Yeah.
Now, they could also hate on you,
Yeah.
or you can inspire them.
Yeah.
Either way, you got it done.
Yeah.
That part. Either way.
Either way, you got it done.
Now, in growing towards a level of success, right? People like to think that success is just like boom, boom, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it's like ooh, 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 ooh. Like
It's all around.
It's all over the place. How are you able to be comfortable in uncomfortable seasons? Right? Because uncomfortable seasons are going to happen.
They should happen, yeah.
They should.
They have to happen.
They have
They
to
must,
disrupt
yes.
you, and you have to learn how to be comfortable being uncomfortable. So, like, what are some things that you do to help yourself in those uncomfortable seasons be comfortable in them? If that makes sense, or
Well, first, I might recognize it's a season, one. I might recognize that I'm only uncomfortable because it's new. It's probably not hard. It's not difficult. It's just new,
That's all.
right? And eventually, anything you do consistently enough becomes comfortable again.
yeah,
So, but what you just done is you just expanded your comfort zone, right? So again, now you become comfortable, and you're probably going to start creating success there. But in order to go to the next level, you got to get to that next level of being uncomfortable,
yeah,
and continue to be able to walk and stretch your net. So when you feel yourself just everything's easy, everything's breezy, it's time to grow, right? It's time to
Yeah.
really, really step outside of that and grow. And it has to be a conscious decision to say, okay, I'm going to step out here and I'm going to stay out here.
yeah,
A lot of times you step out, be like, oh, that didn't feel right. I'm come back over here.
Right. Stick that little toe in. Be like, "Ee."
Right. Go
Yeah.
on, jump in there. Go on, get out there and
Right.
understand that eventually it will, because success is not one place. You know, it's a journey. I think the best definition I heard was success is progress towards a worthy goal.
Yes.
So if anybody you would think is successful, let's even say Oprah, right? Arguably one of the most successful people in the country, right?
Yeah.
If you said, well, Oprah, how does it feel to be successful? She'll probably say, well, I've experienced some success, but she probably still has goals and things that she's reaching for.
yeah,
Like
Right.
everyone continues to reach for more. It might not necessarily be financial now. It
Right.
might be more of a physical thing.
yeah,
I want to be, I want to take better care of myself.
Yeah.
Because people always talk about the life balance and how do you balance off everything. I was like, you don't. You always out of balance.
No, for real. Because that's truly balance. Things being here and there is
Right.
how you gain balance.
Is you might be in balance one day out the week. One day might be heavy on work, heavy on business, heavy on fitness, heavy on family. But to say you can just get it all in one day, you're going to always be kind of out of balance.
Yep.
yeah,
But what most people are comfortable with is they're comfortable with being out of balance financially. So they think that's okay, right? It's because that's just how that is. And then I'm going to be more comfortable over here,
yeah,
So it's what's important to you.
yeah. Now, we'll probably close up with this part. How people always want more. How do you balance ambition with contentment?
It's hard. It is so hard. One of my favorite. I got a T-shirt that says "Thankful but not satisfied." Like thankful that, man. How can I not be thankful?
Yeah.
You're like for all my God, look at my life. God, that's amazing. But it's so much more, right? And when I think of it, it kind of becomes a little more spiritual, but I serve an abundant God.
Yeah.
Like, he started with, above, beyond. Like, he doesn't start with regular, you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
he set the standard way high. And if I truly believe that he's the God of everything, why would he give me a vision and not give me the means to obtain it? He didn't say it was going to be easy.
Yeah.
But so that part of, because once you become, I think, what you just say, content and just staying content, I don't know anybody, like even we talked about Dion earlier, like he's had so much success,
Yeah.
but he's still reaching, right?
Yeah.
He's still going to the other school is not just because of a financial move. It's like, I need to stretch myself to see if I can win at this level. I need to be able to, if I can win here, because he didn't start in college. He's been coaching since Little League.
Right.
People just see him now,
Yeah.
but he's been coaching since Little League.
Yep.
And he went to the travels team, and he worked his way through the whole.
Yeah.
It didn't start that one time Jackson State said, "Come on over to this school."
Yeah.
He been coaching,
Been doing it.
and he been winning. Like, he had to get in and learn. Then I won. Okay, cool. Now how do I win at this level? So that's ambition. It's something that's kind of in you, and it's even hard. That's when I vet people that I do coaching with, because I can't teach ambition.
No.
I can't. It's one of the things that either you have it or you don't. And even I was go speak back at my high school, the new principals, I would go like almost every other year. A new principal came in and said, "I'm glad I heard you come every year." And she's like, "I got a group of guys, they need to hear from you. So I heard you good. They need to hear from you. I'm calling them out of class right now. I mean, these boys, they are, I don't know. These boys," I was like, "Whoa, hold on. Exactly who am I talking to?" Because I'm not scared straight. I'm not sure if that's what I'm not sure if that's what you're looking for right now. But I ain't scared straight, right? It's a certain caliber of people that I coach and help because they already are ambitious. I'm not the person that can take you from here to here. I'm the person that take you from here to here. So you already got to have enough to get here.
Gotcha. Yeah.
So when you bring these guys in the room, the guys you're talking about, I'm going to get on their nerves and they're going to get on mine. Because they don't want it no way. Give somebody else to talk to them. That's not me.
Yeah.
I can't even really be me around them. I might even, these kids nowadays, like, Nah, I don't even want y'all to know my real name. Y'all can Google me. Y'all can be like,
Right.
I don't even need y'all to know my
Real,
real
look.
name, man. Like, I
That's
don't
real.
need that in my life. But for the kid that's in a honors class that want to go to college and do better, for a football player that want to go to college and do better,
Yeah.
for in the business department that want to go out and get jobs and be better, we're going to have a great conversation.
Yeah.
But for the ones that's like, I don't even want to be here, guess what? I don't either.
Yeah.
Why don't we both leave?
Yeah.
I'm matching your energy.
Right. Let's both leave. So that ambition is something that just has to, and I don't know how to tell people how to create that.
Yeah.
I don't, I try to coach people in identifying their why, something to keep them motivated. But that's rough. You can't create ambition.
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause
You
that-
have it or you don't, but I think it can spark up. It's not like you don't have it today. It's not like you can't have it tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because people move for two reasons, either inspiration or desperation. Right? You're going to be inspired by something or someone,
Yeah.
or you're going to get desperate enough where you're going to be like, enough's enough.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. Man, bro, I appreciate you. And honestly, this is just too good of a conversation for us not to do a part 2. Honestly.
I mean, this.
Like, we have to.
Yeah, this thing was power packed. This thing feel like it was 2 parts in one, but it's just one. This thing was
It's just
over.
fun.
Wow, this is
Right,
my
you
very
know.
first podcast, so I don't know if it's we're good or not.
Oh, man. Hey, you're killing it,
We
bro.
A1.
You're killing
Yeah.
it. Hey, do us a favor. Like, look in the camera. Just share any information where they can find you, contact you, catch up with you.
Nice. Okay, so you guys, I'm easily found. My name is Chuck. Last name is Hardon. Hardon. It's only really one of me. That's where you can find me on Facebook. On Instagram, I am Hollywood Hardon. And I don't know why they call me Hollywood. That's like, I'm so shy and reserved. I don't know. But But it's Hollywood Hardon, all one word. Or I even have a text where you can just call my cell, 678-744-6506. Right? That gets me directly to my cell where, I chop it up, I coach people, but mostly I try to empower people to do better. So those are the best ways. Facebook, Instagram, and the cell. I do have a TikTok, but my daughter's teaching me how to use it.
And if you're a little teenage kid getting on his nerves, ignore all of that. We'll scrub it off. You didn't hear any of that. But so yeah, bro.
Awesome.
You guys stay on for part 2 coming up. Again, I appreciate my big bro coming and spending this time with us. So you know what to do. You'll find us on the platforms below. Until next time, it's your boy Zay.
And it's your boy Rashad.
And this is the Wrong Purpose Podcast.
Until then, keep tapping in.
Tap into your purpose. Tapping. Check it. They act as if we see, no hear, no speak, no evil. They act as if we see, no hear, no speak, no evil. We tapping into purpose.